know why they're excited?
Because of ribs.
We have not only ribs, we have backup ribs just in case. How about that, everybody? Backup ribs!
You know, this would sound like a food-centric show again today because we have ribs and we have turkey, but it's not that kind of turkey. It's nervous turkey, which is actually a musical act that a lot of you have suggested we have on the show because you like them so much. So a whole lot going on the show today.
Well, we got a lot of food and we've got smart lipo too, so you can eat it and get it all sucked out.
Get them taken off. There you go.
If you like to make great barbecue or you just like to eat lots of great barbecue, then head on over to Plant City this weekend for the 7th annual Pig Jam State Barbecue Championship. And folks, this here ain't no friendly neighborhood cook-off. This event is sanctioned. It's a sanctioned barbecue event by the Kansas City Barbecue Society.
Thank you, Yosemite Sam.
You're welcome.
And here to tell us all about the event itself and all about great barbecue is one of the event's founders, Mark Poppell, and Pig Jam committee member Kara Manelli. Hey, gang.
Hi.
7th annual. This is great, and we've got
next weekend.
Next weekend.
Yeah.
Next weekend, the 21st.
Next weekend.
Oh, that's right. It's coming up on the 21st.
Weekend before Thanksgiving.
Now, explain what that means. That this is a sanctioned barbecue event, because in Kansas City, I know they take their barbecue
very seriously.
It's like Kansas City and Memphis. They're like this all the time. What does it mean?
And Texas too, man.
And Texas. All right.
Come on.
All right, Texas too, everybody. What does it mean though if it's a sanctioned event? How is it different from like a regular cook-off?
Well, it's sanctioned and sponsored by Kansas City Barbecue Society.
Okay.
So it is an official KCBS event, and it's on their schedule, and everybody that participates and wins enjoys all the rights and privileges therein once they do.
Boy, those society meetings must be pretty good affairs.
Oh,
you guys
man,
get
you
together
can only
for a meeting?
imagine.
Oh, good smelling event.
So we're going to prepare some ribs today, but Kara, tell us a little bit about the event itself, because I'm guessing if it were just about ribs, we would all be fine with that. But I'm guessing there's a lot more going on, too.
There's a lot going on. First of all, it is a barbecue cooking competition. We have about 70 teams from across the country coming to participate. They're going to prepare the best chicken, pork ribs, pork shoulder, and beef brisket that they can.
Ooh, beef brisket.
But more than a contest, it's just a great time for family and friends to come out. We have a kids zone for the children to play. We're going to have big TVs set up because we know it's a Saturday and football season.
We have little pools of barbecue sauce for the kids to play in.
Oh, we'll see if we can make that happen.
That's good. That's genius, though, setting up the TVs so you don't miss the games.
Oh, of course.
You got ribs, you got the game, and it's to get into the event is free, correct?
Right. Parking's $5, but the event is free, and it's fun for all ages.
Well, let's start preparing these ribs here. It already smells unbelievable here in the studio because we have some already prepared, but it looks like you've got maybe a rub going here, Mark?
Yeah, what I've got, I wanted to prepare for everybody something that they're more than likely to cook at home. So we've got a great meat market in Plant City, Felton's. Went to Felton's and got these ribs, and I want to show folks really how we're going to go about it.
Okay.
Now, what is this cut called? Is this like a full slab? What is this?
This is a pork spare rib.
Pork spare rib.
So this is a pork spare rib. So the first thing that we want to do is get your oyster knife. If you don't have an oyster knife, you can use a butter knife.
An oyster knife on ribs. Can you use a rib knife on oysters?
Sure.
Huh? There you
Absolutely.
go.
So I just want to come in here and I want to separate that.
You're like a surgeon on this.
Then you want to get go to your medicine cabinet, or your junk drawer, your toolbox, and get your catfish skinners.
Because we all have catfish
Everybody's
skinners.
got a pair of catfish
Can
skinners.
pliers substitute in the event that you... Wow, look how the... Okay, I'm just going to get some catfish skinners.
I keep my catfish skinner out in the garage.
Well, do ya?
Yeah, I sure do.
Wow, that happened so easily.
Boy, that does come right off. See, you're taking the
What is
fuss
that?
out of rib preparation.
This is the membrane. A lot of times if you're eating a rib, when you finish eating the rib and there's a little something chewy, it's probably because they didn't take the membrane off the rib. You don't have to. There are a lot of theories behind it. I like to do it because if I'm going to apply the rub's not going to permeate the membrane if I leave it on.
The membrane's a rub blocker.
And we want it to soak into the meat, right?
Exactly. And then another thing that you can do if you wanted to go down to a St. Louis style.
You're cutting off the bone. What are you cutting off?
Huh, there is bone coming off there.
I'm going to take the top of this off.
Yeah.
I'm going to disconnect it right. There's a cartilage there.
Okay.
Because this would be the bottom of the hog. This would be actually the top up near the spine.
Sure.
Above that's where you get the loin cut. So at any rate now we basically have a St. Louis cut.
Okay.
What we call a St. Louis cut. There's also a little flap here It's not going to hurt you, but you know what? While you're in there,
Let's just clean it right up, right?
Deflap the ribs, folks.
go ahead and
Okay,
get
so
your
at what
deflapper
point we got less than 2 minutes left here now? What do we? When do we put on the rub, and what do we do? Let's get down to the meat of the activity. See, I can work that in.
That's good how you
here?
did that.
There we go. Now, what's in the rub? Is this your super secret Kansas City Society rub?
Absolutely not. Anybody can make it at home. It's brown sugar, salt, pepper, and a little bit of garlic powder. And you
no
can
kidding.
Do it to your liking.
How long do you let that set on there and work in then?
The longer you leave it, the better it's going to be.
Can you leave it at room temperature, or should you refrigerate it?
With pork, I would refrigerate it.
Yeah.
You might want to take it out maybe a half an hour to an hour before you're going to put it on the cooker. But certainly really no longer than that. That's going to give it plenty of time.
The salt in there, I mean, I guess you'd want to do it as long as you would want to, as you said, but wouldn't that salt cure the meat eventually? You want to probably do it, throw it on the grill before that?
It's not going to hurt it.
Really?
No, absolutely not.
Less than a minute left.
For
So
what you're doing.
We get all this on the grill. How long do we grill these for, and at what temperature?
You're going to cook it at about 250 degrees until the meat is coming back from the bottom of the bone.
Yeah. And that's usually how long? And you're just round it off.
Anywhere from 2.5 to 4 hours.
Okay, so good meat, good ribs take time.
And there they are.
If you do it right, folks,
When you
even
finish,
the
they're
lettuce
gonna
looks
look
good
like.
on this.
Oh,
When you
my
finish, that's what
goodness.
you're going to have.
Feast your eyes on this, folks.
You know, they say you eat with your eyes first, and I'm already having a feast.
Yeah, this even looks good on video. And I'll tell you what, it's tough for food to look good on TV sometimes. But this looks wonderful. It's next weekend, folks. Pig out the 7th annual Plant City Pig Jam at Randy Larson Softball Stadium in Plant City. Go to Studio10.tv for all the information. We'll hook you up to their website.